here we are at the Emirates Golf Club in Dubai. Sam Taylor, the Ping representative here. Now, in the April issue of Worldwide Golf, we found some interesting things with Andy Sullivan, who's a two-time winner on the European Tour early on, playing some great golf. He's saying some great things about Ping products at the moment, but more importantly, he's really raving about these new glide wedges. So, Sam, you know, we've all grown up, well, I've grown up with the Ping i2 and things like that, with groove technology and stuff. Having hit a few myself, these feel completely different, so talk us through it and what's going on here.
Well, Alex, to be honest, they're very unique, very new to market with the 3 different features that they've brought into the Ping wedge. Okay, so you've got the new dialer grip, which is a completely new feature for the glide wedges, along with the CFS wedge shaft, which is the first time that Ping have actually come out with a true wedge shaft. And then also you've got the 3 different sole grinds, which make the head more versatile.
Okay.
So if you want, we can go through a little bit more about
Okay, the first thing is, we're probably thinking a grip's a grip. So, dialer grip.
Well, the dialer grip is really based on dialing in your wedge play.
Okay.
So it's actually made a little bit longer, so it's about 3/4 of an inch longer, and it's sort of to encourage people to get their hands further down the club, which obviously gives them a bit more control around the greens with their spin and their trajectory.
Do you find that from an amateur point of view, people, when they go down the club, decelerate because they don't feel connected with the club? Is that the reasoning behind it?
Correct, yeah. They decelerate through the shots. This actually allows them to still hit a nice feeling shot and get through the ball. So again, like we say, the trajectory's affected by the length of your grip there, and also the spin rate as well around the greens.
Now, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, if you can just borrow one of these off Sam a second. The interesting feature here, as simple as it probably looks like a bit of a training aid, as you can see it. You've got 3 different alignment grooves for your grip. So,
well, these are spaced out about 2 inches apart. Okay, so they're again to just help you to move your hands down and just take it out of your sort of mind, really where you need to place your hands on the club. So it is, like you say, to guide. It's very simple, but again, it just gives that amateur player like that sort of feel for their wedge shots. Okay, now moving on to the shaft, CFS shaft. Well, it's what's the key ingredient there? Okay, well, this is the CFS wedge shaft. Right. So they've actually made the shaft lighter, it's 118 grams now. Right. So they've made it lighter, which has made the overall weight of the club lighter. Okay, so basically it allows you to feel like there's a little bit more weight in the head, so when you're swinging through the shot, you're able to just nip it off the turf nice and easily. Now, when we talk about nipping it off the turf, the one area of my game is pretty, well, the only area game is solid is my wedge play. The one thing I liked about these is there's no real offset with the head, so we'll see this in the magazine and we'll do some close-ups in a bit. So what that does, it gives you a real good feeling with the grip, as Sam's just explained, but also the shaft, but where the leading edge is. Out here in Dubai and this part of the world, we get some very, very dry, grainy lies around the green and even on the fairway, so it's very, very important, no matter what sort of level you are, is to know where that leading edge is, because that's where you want to drive the club into the ball. Early and fat, well, we know what happens there. Late and thin, we know what happens there. So it's crucial. For once, I think Ping have pretty much got this pretty much spot on with a balance point of view. Now, we all know with wedges you get different sole options. You do. So you just talk us through these well, that's okay. I'll go through quickly. We have the thin sole here, and the standard sole, and the wide sole. So TS, SS, WS. Wow, even I could understand that. Yeah, that's nice and easy to understand. And that's really for your different styles of players. So if you're a player that comes in quite shallow to the ball, then obviously you'd need something with less bounce. So you'd be going for maybe the thin sole. Okay, so you can just nip it off the surface. And then obviously the standard sole speaks for itself. That pretty much suits all players and all turf conditions as well. And then obviously you have the wide sole, which sometimes we refer to a bit as the cheat sole. It allows you to come in that little bit steeper. It's for the guy who wants to really crunch down on it. So we've got a bit more bounce. More bounce on it. In many ways, the club skids into the ball and doesn't take a great big divot, and it's a nice flat shot. It does indeed, yeah. I mean, the other interesting thing that we should just mention about the head while we're on there is the new material that Ping are using. It's nearly water repellent, so it allows the club to glide through, you know, those dewy mornings, and when you're in the rough and it can be a bit, you know, it grabs the club head. That's what that new material allows you to do, hence the name, the glide. So it allows you to get through the shot.
The days old we've mentioned before about the Ping i2, they were really well known for spinning it like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, probably not many of our readers will remember the beryllium copper Ping i2, but you could get those to spin going uphill. So Ping really know what they're doing when it comes to grooves. Correct. I know the R&A rulings, you're always going to have your hands tied to, you know, even things out of the rough. So, but they've done something different this time. Just tell us what they've done with the grooves and how that helps us amateurs.
Okay, well what they've done really is varied the width of the groove. Okay, so the radius of the groove throughout the different lofts in the club. So from 47 up to 56, you've got a slightly wider groove which allows you to hit that cleaner full shot. Whereas when you get down to those lofted clubs like up to the 60 degree, then they've narrowed the groove down, which obviously makes it spin a lot more around the green. So you're getting that spin from those little short shots, basically. So it just helps all players across the board, really. You know, that's the big difference.
Okay, that's great. Well, thanks very much.